What's up, guys? How's it going? It's your boy Collector John again, and we have a big one planned for you today. We got a freaking let me show you this big bag of video games I have over here. Check it out. Look at this thing. We have a bunch of games here in this IKEA bag, and we also have this thing that has there's like 25 games in this thing. We got like 50 in that bag. And they're all Xbox One and Xbox 360 games that I just picked up off of Facebook Marketplace. And I paid $80 for all these. And yeah, there's a lot of common stuff in here. Like, there's like we got Halo 4. That's pretty common. I already have it. We have stuff like The Division, another very common game. But then there's also like a few more, maybe more interesting things in here. Like this Red Dead Redemption 2 Steelbook. That's a little more interesting. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. But honestly, I don't know what condition any of these discs are going to be in. I mean, I looked through a few of them just to, spot check some of the condition. So the condition is definitely a crapshoot, but you guys can find out with me in real time how we did. And I actually do plan to keep a lot of these games for the old game collection back here. So while we're going through these, we're going to make a keep pile and a trash stack. The keep pile will obviously include all the games that I'm actually keeping for the collection, and then that trash stack is going to be all the stuff that I'm not interested in that we're going to take to the game store for trade-in. There'll probably be a lot of stuff that I'm not interested in. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's definitely like a lot of common stuff in here that I already have. Good games, but maybe I already have them, or perhaps in some cases I already have multiple copies of them. So yeah, at the end of the video, we'll take all of those trash stack games to a game store for trade-in, and we'll see how much I get back for the trade versus what I paid for all this stuff, which wasn't that much. Like $80, that's not that much for 75 games. That's like it's like almost $1 per game. That's really freaking cheap. I'm pretty excited to start going through all these and see how we did. So let's cut over to the Collector John unboxing station and see how we did. Let's do it, baby. All right, folks, so I went ahead and I just took some of the games out of that bag and I put them into this bin just to make it a little more presentable on camera, I guess. We'll probably go through like 4 of these bins by the end of the video. And yeah, as you can see, there's kind of an interesting mix of stuff in here. We got some 360. We have some things you can already see what they are, like this GTA double pack is definitely pretty interesting. We have a sealed game. I think there are actually a couple sealed games in this lot. And yeah, I think I said in the intro, like this was all Xbox 360 and Xbox One. There are like a couple exceptions, like you can see there's a Wii game here. I think this is just a generic case. But yeah, anyway, let's start going through these and see what we're working with here, starting with the Steelbook, which you already looked at. And uh-oh, I already see already seeing an issue with this one. Yeah, so there's no install disc in here, which is cool. I'm pretty sure, so spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure there's another copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 in this lot. That's just like a regular copy. And then also, I already have this game on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, so I have the special edition on PlayStation 4, which I don't think is a Steelbook, but I'm gonna check really quick. I really don't remember what's in here. Yeah, it looks like it's just a regular copy of the game. But this copy does actually have both discs, so I think I'm gonna hang on to this copy. Like if I was gonna play this again, I probably would play the PS4 version or play it on PC. I don't think RDR2 ever received any like enhancements for the current gen consoles, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series consoles. I don't think we really saw any of that for this game, unfortunately. It seems like there are some rumors out there that maybe an upgrade is on the way this year, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But in any case, I don't know. Like, this Steelbook is kind of cool. Doesn't have the disc. I can maybe put the install disc from that other copy into this one if I wanted to hang on to this Steelbook. It is kind of cool, though. I don't know. And I mean, I do love Red Dead Redemption 2, so I'm going to put this on a maybe pile. I can't decide right now. I'll let you know, later on in the video what I decide to do with this one. And I just realized I forgot to check the condition on this one, but that looks fine. There's just like 2 little fingerprints up at the top there. And then yeah, we have this copy of Dead Rising 2 for the Xbox One. I have this on the Xbox 360, which is it's a fine version of the game. I'm not sure this Xbox One version like runs better or has better, maybe it runs at a higher resolution. I need to look that up really quick and see what the difference is for this version. Yeah, and it looks like this version is much better than the Xbox 360 version. I like having those 360 versions, like they're a little more nostalgic to me. I think I will hang on to this one anyway, and I don't know if I'll keep the 360 versions or switch them out for this one. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think, but I am going to put this one on the keep stack for now. Then we have a copy of Battlefield 1, which somebody got this at Mega Media Exchange, I'm pretty sure. This looks like an old Mega Media Exchange sticker. And these always come off easily because Mega Media Exchange, they know how to do it. They use the they used the right stickers. But yeah, Battlefield 1, it's a great game. I don't know if I need a physical copy of it. Disc looks totally fine on that one as well. I was gonna play this on the Xbox. Chances are I'd have my Game Pass subscription live anyway, in which case this game would be on there. And it's just, you know, this isn't like a super exciting thing for me to own physically. I do love this game though, but I think we're gonna put this one on the trash stack. Okay, and then we have our first Seal game in here, which is interesting, and it's Doom 3 BFG edition. That's actually pretty cool. So I have this on the 360. I think having the Xbox One version would be nice. I mean, it's probably, again, a better version of the game. And should I leave this one sealed? Or should I open it up? I don't know. Oh wait, it comes with a poster. Okay, well, now I kind of want to open it up and see the poster. We're gonna crack this bad boy open. Check out that poster. See if we can get this security sticker off without totally screwing it up. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. All right, nice minty copy of Doom 3 BFG edition with this poster. This actually seems like it might be kind of cool. Looks like it's just a classic Doom poster. Yeah, baby, look at that. That's pretty nice. It's not very big. It's like, you know, it's as big as this tiny little IKEA bin here. But it's a pretty cool poster. I'm not going to hang it up right now. Wait, this is literally just an Xbox 360 disc, I just noticed. So this must be, this plays on Xbox One and 360, but is it the same? Is it just the 360 version? I didn't even notice that. That's kind of interesting. So now I'm like, should I hang on to this? Should I put this Doom poster into my 360 version? Like, if I'm gonna have a case to put on my shelf, well, I was gonna say I'd rather have my 360 version, but then I remembered this version is like, the cover is pretty water damaged. Disc isn't in there because I think I was playing this recently. But this manual, I like that it comes with a manual, and I don't like that the artwork is damaged. So I guess that's kind of a toss-up. I definitely wouldn't be able to fit the manual from this copy into this case, so we're not going to do that. I think I'm probably just going to keep this one. Like, it's the same thing. It's just a nicer copy with that poster. So we're going to keep this one. So I'm going to put this this 360 version on the trash stack then for trade-in. Okay, next up we have, whoa, hold on a second. What are these? Oh, these must be the new games that I ordered using today's sponsor, Deku Deals. If you're like me and you like collecting physical games, you have to be using the Deku Deals app because it is by far the best way to find great deals on physical and digital games. You can download the app for free off the iOS or Android store. It's very easy to use, it doesn't have intrusive ads, and you can use the app to create a wish list of all the new physical and digital games that you might be interested in purchasing. And when one of those games goes on sale, you'll get a notification directly to your phone telling you that it's gone on sale. And using Deku Deals, you can find deals on games for the Switch 2, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series consoles, and then Steam as well. So if you're interested in PC gaming, it's just a really nice way to track sales on games from Steam and Fanatical. And I think they just added the Humble Store as well. So again, I also buy digital PC games occasionally, so that's a really good way to track sales on those as well. And yeah, like for real, I've been using it for a few months now, and it's been great. Like, I've gotten so many good deals on games since I started using it, and these are all deals that I probably would have never seen otherwise if I wasn't using the Deku Deals app. You can also use the app to log all of the games that you have in your collection. So if you want to create an inventory of all the games that you already own, you can do that using the Deku Deals app. Another feature that I really like is the retailer selection feature, which allows you to exclude certain retailers from the platform. So if you don't want to see anything from maybe GameStop or Best Buy, if you want to exclude those retailers because you don't like shopping there for whatever reason, you can just uncheck them on the app and then you won't see anything at all from those stores, which is, again, very, very useful. Yeah, let me show you guys a couple recent things that I picked up using the app. I got pretty good deals on all of these. Let me bust them open quick and show you what's in here. So yeah, I grabbed this copy of Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl using the Deku Deals app. I found it on there for $25 at Best Buy, which I think is the lowest price that this game has ever gone for physically. It's a really good price for this game. This is just one that I've really been wanting to check out since it came out. I don't know when I'll get to it, but it seems really cool. It definitely seems up my alley. So I'm pretty excited to check this one out for sure. And I also grabbed a copy of Pacific Drive. This game was also $25, and I think I found it using the app at woot.com, which Woot isn't really a platform that I'd ever heard of until I started using Deku Deals. And I think it's owned by Amazon, but there are a lot of really, really good video game deals on woot.com, and you can track them very easily using the app. Yeah, this is a game that I've had my eye on this for a while as well. Just a really cool looking survival game where you drive a modded out old station wagon through the Pacific Northwest and all of this strange supernatural events are occurring around you, and it just seems like a really cool game. This is also a deluxe edition of the game, so I think this retails for a little more, and $25 was definitely a good price for it. Looks like it has an art book or something in there. That looks pretty cool. And then lastly, this one's kind of interesting. I got a brand new copy of Bayonetta 2. This was also from Woot.com, and I think this game is like out of print. And I had it on my Deku Deals wish list, just thinking I would never see it come up for sale anywhere brand new. Yeah, but Woot was selling brand new copies, and they had it on sale for $50, down from $60. So I think $50 is actually like a fairly good price for a brand new copy of this game. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's out of print. They're still going for a decent amount on eBay. So I was happy to pick this up. I really want to get all of the Bayonetta games on the Switch because this is a franchise that I'm not super familiar with, but I really need to check these out because I love character action games. So this is another one that I'm super happy to have in the collection, thanks to Deku Deals. So yeah, here's the entire Deku Deals haul. I think I spent about $100 on all three of these, which is that's pretty good, you know? Like, I think even Stalker 2 by itself at full price, that one is $70. And if you start using Deku Deals, you can find great deals like this too. I highly recommend checking out the app. I seriously like it. Like, I really, really like the app a lot. I'm not just saying this because they're paying me to. I like actually really do love the Deku Deals app. And it's a very small company, and they've just been really great to work with. So please check them out and support them. It would also help me a lot if you did. So check out the link in the description and get started today on finding some great deals on physical games. All right, thanks for sticking around for that, and let's get back to the Facebook Marketplace haul. Okay, so back to this stuff. Coming up next, we have, this is pretty cool. We got a copy of Left 4 Dead 2 here. And I actually don't have this one, so that's great. We're definitely gonna keep this for the collection. I really like these games a lot. This is a nice looking complete copy, whoopsie, with the manual. And yeah, this disc looks a little more scuffed up. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of the Xbox 360 games in this lot are gonna look more scuffed than the Xbox One stuff that's a little newer. But either way, I think that copy will be fine. I might take this one when I trade the stuff in. I might get this one resurfaced at my game store. I think that'd probably be a good thing to do. This is like a slightly more valuable game now, I think. Yeah, so we'll put this on the, well, we're gonna keep it, but I'm gonna put it on the resurface stack, I guess. Alrighty, and then we have a copy of MotorStorm here. That's pretty cool. I already have this game. Let's check and see what my copy looks like. I feel like my copy might not be that great. Okay, here's my copy of MotorStorm, and it's actually fine. It's a fine copy of the game. This one might be, I'm gonna say this one's like slightly worse just in terms of wear, so we're gonna put this one in the trash stack and keep the copy that I already have. All right, and then we have Dead Island. I already have this game. This is also like, well, the disc looks pretty good, but the rest of this, like the case and the artwork and stuff, not great. This top latch is broken. Yeah, this one's definitely going in the trash stack. I've actually I still haven't played Dead Island. Should really check that out sometime. We have a copy of Anthem here for the Xbox One. I think this game is going offline soon, right? I think it's going offline like this year. Again, I think this is from Mega Media Exchange because I recognize these stickers. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's BioWare. I guess it's kind of interesting because it's going offline. You can probably play this on Game Pass right now. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna hang on to this just because it's kind of sad. Like I don't know. It makes me a little sad that this game really felt like. Well, I think the downfall of BioWare started with Mass Effect Andromeda, maybe earlier, depending on who you ask. But you know, BioWare, it's a studio that I was very fond of through the 2000s and early 2010s, and now they're just kind of, I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing now. So I might hang on to this just for posterity. Just kind of a bummer, but I'm going to hang on to it, I guess. I don't know. Really, probably no good reason for me to hang on to that if the servers are going offline, but you never know. People can come through and resurrect old servers sometimes. It's happened before. We have a copy of GTA San Andreas for the Xbox here, which I already have this game. I'm not sure. Let's check out my copy quick. I think the copy that I have is not Platinum Hits. Yeah, so I just have a non-Platinum Hits copy, and I do have the manual. Oh, I freaking love these fake ads in the back of this manual. And I have an ad for Bully in my copy as well. Did Bully come out on the Xbox? Yeah, it did. Huh, that's weird. I've only ever seen the 360 version and the PS2 version. I don't think I've seen the PS2 version or Xbox version before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to hang on to this just because I already have this game. Disc looks, it's got some scratches on there. I don't know if the game store will take this one, but you know, this game's a classic, still very desirable. I'm sure if I take it to the game store for trade-in, somebody else will buy it and appreciate it. So yeah, that'll go on the old trash stack. Looks like we have a copy of Minecraft here for the Xbox 360, which I already have this version of Minecraft. Looks like this disc is a little bit scuffed on top here. Looks like it's mostly just kind of a surfacey scuff. So yeah, we'll put this one in the trash stack. This is like not the best version of Minecraft, but it is kind of interesting to see how they got that up and running on the Xbox 360. Looks like we have a copy of Saints Row the Third Remastered. Man, I don't know. I'm not super interested in this. I have this game on the 360, so yeah, I think we're gonna put this one in the trash stack. I'm just not like super interested in it. I think I forgot to check the disc, so let's check that out really quick. And yeah, the disc looks totally fine. So trash stack for Saints Row the Third. And then we have a copy of Halo Wars Platinum Hits. No manual, very cracked up looking case. And disc has a little bit of light scratching and scuffs on it, but it looks mostly fine. This game I already have. Yeah, I have like a nice complete non-platinum hits copy of this game. Oh, and I have the receipt in here from when I bought this. Looks like I paid $6 for this game back in November 23rd, 2021. That's kind of fun. Oh, I bought MotorStorm that day as well for $6. That's interesting. What a coincidence. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna keep this copy. I don't care about this one. This one's gonna go on the trash stack. And then we have a copy of Halo Reach in a generic case. Yeah, so I already have Halo Reach. I'm definitely not gonna keep this generic case copy. That disc is looking a little rowdy. Again, I think you could probably resurface that and it'd be fine. I don't know if the game store will be interested in taking this at all, but I guess we'll see, because it's going on the trash stack. And we have our one and only Wii game here, at least for this bin. We have a Star Wars: The Clone Wars for the Wii. Yeah, I don't care about this. I have like no affinity or nostalgia for the Clone Wars series at all. I know some people probably aren't gonna like hearing me say that, but that's just the way it is. So I really don't care about Clone Wars. I do like Star Wars, but I kind of, you know, I like the original trilogy and not the prequels or sequels as much, or the Clone Wars show. So yeah, that's going on the old trash stack. And then we have Borderlands, the pre-sequel here, which I think I already have this. I can check. If I don't have this, I don't know if I'm really that interested in keeping this one. That's a really nice copy. That looks brand new. Like, that looks like it's never been taken out of this case, which is interesting. Let's see if I already have a copy of this or not. It looks like I might not have this one, or it might be in one of my other storage bins and not on my shelf, which is definitely possible. I think I'm gonna put this one in the trash stack because I think I might have it in storage, but otherwise I'm not really that super interested in it either way. So yeah, another one for the trash stack. And then we have a pretty good one here. You know, you could see this one sitting here waiting for me to hold it, to cherish it a little bit. Yeah, it's the Grand Theft Auto double pack, which is a really, really good double pack for the original Xbox, and I already have this. So yeah, and this disc looks like it may have disc rot on it. I'm gonna throw it into my Xbox really quick, and I will report back and see what happens. Okay, that actually did work totally fine. But yeah, there's like kind of discoloration. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a little darker in this area, a little darker in this area. Maybe that's not what disc rot looks like. I feel like I've seen disc rotted games where that's kind of what it looks like. You can let me know in the comments what that may be. This is a nice complete copy. Looks like it comes with the map and poster and the registration card back there, which is cool. Like a super nice complete copy. And then let's check out this one for Vice City. Yeah, this one's also totally complete. So I am going to have to check my other copy of the double pack and see if I have all the manuals and stuff. Because if I don't, we're going to be doing some condition upgrades here. As far as the slipcover for this thing, it's not in horrible shape, but this part on the bottom is coming off. I think this like foil wrap that's on this thing does just peel off very easily. I think my other copy is doing that a little bit as well. Here's my copy right here. Yeah, so you can see like right here, that's not great, but I do think this is a little better than this down here. So I'd probably hang on to the, well, this is kind of coming off too. Ooh, that's actually really starting to come off. Now I don't know. Well, this one's doing the same thing. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna keep this one. But let's check out the games themselves and see if I have manuals. This feels like maybe you don't have, yeah, so I don't have a manual for this one. And then my disc is not really the best either. Yeah, I think honestly this other copy just like overall is a little better. It does have that weird discoloration, which I'm not totally sure what that is, but it's not like scratched or scuffed or anything. And the case is a little nicer. Maybe, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to think on which disc I'm gonna keep, but I am gonna keep this case and these manuals with the map, since that's more complete than what I already had. And then my copy of Vice City, once again, does not have the map. So this one, oh wait, this is the Grand Theft Auto 3 manual. So I have the manual and map for GTA 3, but I don't have the manual or map for Vice City, which is interesting. So, and then my disc copy of Vice City looks like, I can tell just from the front that it looks bad. There's like something going on here. It's not good. I'm not sure what happened to that. I got this one off Facebook Marketplace as well, like a long time ago. And I actually don't think I've played this copy of Vice City yet. I have played that Grand Theft Auto 3, but not the Vice City. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do here is we're going to simply put these two copies that I just got and put them into my other slipcover that I already had. And then that'll be a nice, reasonably good condition, complete copy of the Grand Theft Auto double pack that I can put back on the shelf. So that's a nice little condition upgrade there. And this other one with my less complete, worse condition versions of these games, it's going to go on the trash stack for trade-in. They can decide if they want to keep this kind of gunked up copy of Vice City or not. I think that'll clean up fine. Just yeah. So this one's going on the trash stack. All right, it looks like this one kind of just fell out, so you could see it. Dead Rising 2 off the record. I am not sure what this is. I'm guessing it's just an expansion for Dead Rising 2. I've never played this. I'm not super interested in it, so I think this one is going to go on the trash stack. Let's check the condition really quick. That disc looks fine. That's a good looking disc. But yeah, trash stack for this one. And then we have Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox 360, which I don't really care about, and I've seen many copies of this in various lots of Facebook Marketplace games over the years, and I never keep it. I have other versions of this game, so this one is going to go on the trash stack as well. It is a nice complete copy though. And then we have, looks like another Borderlands game, Borderlands 2. I definitely already have a copy of this. This copy looks pretty solid. But yeah, that's going to be another one for the trash stack. A little bit of damage down here. We have Batman Arkham City, which I already have. I think I have like 2 different versions of this, or maybe I just have it on the 360. I don't know. But in any case, I'm definitely not going to hang on to this one. That disc looks fine, a little scuffed up. So yeah, another one for the trash stack. And then I'm getting excited here because I see something orange. And yeah, man, we have a copy of frickin' the orange box for the Xbox 360, which is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite releases on the Xbox 360 for sure. This is a nice complete copy with the manual. I frickin' love this this orange manual. The layout in here is really cool too. Yeah, man. So yeah, this was the debut of Portal and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. So as far as I'm concerned, this was like one of the best 7th gen releases. I freaking love the orange box. Man, this is a freaking awesome collection. I already have this, of course. Here's my copy. I feel like these are pretty similar in terms of condition. I feel like mine is like a little less faded than this one. Like this one looks a little faded, I guess. I can't remember if I checked the disc on this one, so let's check that out. Disc looks okay. There's some more like light scuffing on top here, which is probably a little hard to see. But I'm sure that'll be fine. There's like a little piece of dirt in there. I'll get that out. Yeah, I think honestly my copy is a little nicer, and I do have a complete copy. The disc is a lot cleaner. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hang on to my copy. This is really cool though, and the dark side of me is saying that I should just hang on to both of them. Why not have 2 copies of the orange box? And I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, why not? Why not have 2 copies of the orange box? That'd be cool. But no, I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna put this this worst looking copy on the trash stack for trade-in. And I think that game actually fetches a pretty penny now. It's not bad in terms of value, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it looks like we're through the first bin, so let's refill and keep going through these suckers. Here's bin number 2. Looks like we actually have 2 sealed games in this bin, which is again pretty interesting. Generic case, platinum hits, a couple 360 games, mostly Xbox One in this bin. Yeah, let's start going through these and see what we're working with here. So yeah, we have a copy of Borderlands 3. Yeah, so it is an Xbox One version of Borderlands 3. I guess I'll hang on to this. I'm honestly, like, you know, if you haven't been able to tell already, I'm not the biggest fan of Borderlands, but I've never played 3. I'd maybe mess around with it sometime. I definitely want to do a case swap if I was going to keep this, so I'm going to put this one off to the side, and I'll decide later. Maybe we'll do a case swap on it. All right, and then we have L.A. Noire for the Xbox One. This is cool. I think I have this on the PlayStation 4 already, so I probably won't hang on to this. Disc looks a little bit messy. Artwork's a little messed up. So yeah, this is going to go in the trash stack for sure. One thing that I just want to mention this, because I don't really like it. I don't like that the discs are on the left side with Xbox One games. I don't know why, that just bothers me. But yeah, this is going to go in the trash stack. I definitely don't need that. We have a sealed game here. We have NBA 2K22. That's interesting. This is definitely going to go for trade-in. And we have a copy of Dead Rising 3 here for the Xbox One. I can't remember if this game came out on the 360 first or the Xbox One. It was cross-platform on both of them. I can't remember. I'm gonna look and see if I have this on the 360 really quick. I do not have a 360 copy, and also this came out in 2013. I think this was a launch title. I think this was an Xbox One launch title. Not sure if it came out on the 360 as well. You can let me know in the comments, but yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this one. I don't have it. I like the series, so let's hang on to it. And when I say I like the Dead Rising series, what I'm really saying is I like Dead Rising 1 and 2, because those are the 2 that I've played. I never played any of them past the 360 era. We have a copy of a Spyro Reignited trilogy sealed here, which again, this is pretty cool. I already have this on the PlayStation 4. If you think this is dumb that I'm doing this, you can feel free to talk about it in the comments all you want. I just want to see if there's anything interesting in here. Nope, nothing interesting in there. Just a copy of the game, and this one will go for the trade-in trash stack as well. And we got South Park, the Fractured Butthole. That's how you're supposed to say it, right? It's just the Fractured Butthole. Yeah, so I don't have this. I don't think I have the... what was the first game in the series called that came out on the 360? I can't remember right now. I'm not like the biggest fan of South Park. I know these are made by Obsidian, which is kind of cool. I do like Obsidian quite a bit. But yeah, I actually don't think the second one was made by Obsidian. So yeah, this one actually was not made by Obsidian. This was a Ubisoft game. So that makes me even less interested in it. So this one is going to go on the trash stack, but first let's check the condition, because I forgot to do that again. And looks fine. So another one for the trash stack. Yeah, it seems like there's not a whole lot that I'm keeping so far. There are a few things though, and you know, mostly I kind of just enjoy going through these on a video at this point. Making a video about it. I think that's fun. If I get a few games to keep out of it that I end up having for cheap, that's fine too. I'm sure there'll be some other stuff in here that I'll end up hanging on to. So we should be making out okay by the end of this. But yeah, let's check this out. We have a UFC game, UFC 2. I'm definitely not gonna hang on to this. I'm not super interested in UFC stuff. So yeah, that one's gonna go in the trash stack. There's like another video where I like wasn't hanging on to any. There were like a couple UFC games in a lot, and I didn't hang on to any of them. And somebody was like, "Why don't you keep any of those UFC games? Those are great. Why are you holding on to all of these girl games and not the UFC stuff?" I just grabbed this for the PlayStation 4 because I wanted all of these RE games on the PlayStation 4. So I already have this. Not interested in having it on a different platform. Yeah, trash stack for this one. And then we have here's that other RDR2, and this is disc 2. I guess? Huh. That's weird. Did this Steelbook version come with a second case that just had disc 2 in it? I don't know. That's kind of weird, but I guess we'll hang on to this maybe. I don't know. I think I'm gonna hang on to this now that I know we have both discs, and I've had a chance to look at this a little more. I do kind of like the Steelbook, so I think we'll actually hang on to this one. I think it's kind of cool. And then we just have an empty Xbox One case, which will oh my goodness. That'll be perfect for this copy of Borderlands 3 over here. Sure, why not? The fact that I have an empty case now that this would be perfect for has convinced me to just hang on to this. So we'll just hang on to it, and then we'll have a generic case with RDR2 artwork and no game in there, which is great. Maybe I'll give this to Goodwill. I guarantee you my Goodwills right now, they would take that and they would charge $7 for it, even though they know that there's no game in there. They would put it out on the floor with a $7 sticker on it. My Goodwills have gotten really bad. So yeah, we'll hang on to this Borderlands 3. Like I said, that's fine. We got a copy of Halo 4 here, which I already have. This is a nice complete copy. Well, doesn't have a manual, I guess. And let's check out this disc really quick. And it's a decent looking disc. I'm not going to check the other one. Yep, already have it, so that's going to go in the trash stack as well. Once we get through this bin, I'll give you guys a trash stack and keep stack update. Keep stack is looking a little small right now, but there's a few things on there. Trash stack is ever growing. It is getting taller and taller as time passes, so it's a big trash stack. We'll keep going through these. We have the another copy of Dead Rising 3. This is the day one edition, I guess. Yeah, it's the exact same game, same artwork on the disc. It's just the case artwork is a little different, and also this case is a little more scuffed up. So this one's going to go for trade-in. Maybe that artwork is a little bit cooler, but not by much. So we'll just do trade-in for this one. Looks like we have a Walking Dead game, The Walking Dead Season 2. I never played Season 2 of The Walking Dead. I did play Season 1 on PC, like back when it came out, and I liked it. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep this. I'm not like super interested in these, and yeah, I'm sure somebody else will want it, so that'll go in the trash stack for trade-in as well. We have a nice looking copy of Halo 3 here. Feels pretty... Oh! We have an original receipt from Target in here from November 8th, 2011. Dang it. I was hoping this would be from 2007. If this receipt was from 2007, I think I actually would have kept this copy with the receipt in it, just because that's kind of special. But it does look like they paid a full price for it, though, 4 years after it came out. Which is interesting. I guess they kept this game at $60 for a long time, huh? And then they also bought a Timex watch for $40. So yeah, honestly, this Target receipt, like, they kind of still look like this. Like, this graphic on the bottom looks a little more dated, but yeah, this is pretty similar to what these receipts look like now. I am still kind of tempted to keep this just because it's nice and complete, and it has that that Target receipt in there, even though it's not from the original year that the game was released. I still think that's kind of cool. Let's check out this disc here. And yeah, it looks like someone was playing some Halo 3, because that's a little scuffed up, but that's good. I'm glad that this was used and played. And I just noticed that the artwork is a little messed up on the top here and back here, so not an amazing copy after further evaluation. And I think we'll put this one in the trade stack, and this receipt will just be continue to circulate. Somebody else is going to have it now. Alrighty, we have a copy of Tom Clancy's The Division for the Xbox One. Yeah, I don't remember if these are on Game Pass or not. I think they are. And I like these games. I think I like the first Division more than the Division 2. I just remembered I bought a physical copy of the Division 2 on the Xbox One from GameStop a few months back. I spent like $250 on it. So I guess if I have the Division 2, I'll keep this one as well, just to have both of them physically. I don't know. Like I said, I do like these games. I think they're cool. I would play them again, so we'll hang on to that. We have NBA 2K16, which I'm definitely not going to keep. And I have one of my coworkers is pretty into the 2K games. I think they play them on PlayStation. Oh wait, this is the Spike Lee one. I was just talking to him about this like 2 days ago. I was like asking him which 2K game was the Spike Lee one, and it was 2K16. So that kind of makes me want to hang on to this one, just because that's kind of interesting. And I think I will. I'm gonna hang on to this 2K game. It's gonna be the only 2K game that I'll ever own, and I'd probably rather have it on the PlayStation 4, but that's fine. We have 2K15 as well. I have no reason to keep this one. He was also telling me that 2K14 is like somewhat valuable now for whatever reason. I don't know if that's the the PS4 version only that has more value, or if this Xbox One version does as well. Again, that's 2K14, it's not 15. 14 is in here though, that'll be interesting to look that up. So yeah, I'm not gonna hang on to this one. This one's definitely going on the trash stack. Okay, we're getting through this bin here. We have Saints Row 4, Re-elected, and Get Out of Hell. Again, just not really that interested in these. I think some of the earlier 360 ones, like 1 and 2, I don't have those, and I was like, I think I actually like rented and played those back in the day. So I'd maybe be interested in keeping those over these like newer ones, but yeah, I'm really not interested in this at all. So that Saints Row is gonna go in the trash stack. We have another Borderlands game, Borderlands The Handsome Collection, which has the pre-sequel and 2. And I might have this on the PS4 already. Yeah, so it actually looks like I have Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Edition on the PS4. I don't think I have the Handsome Collection. So if I was going to keep this, I think I'd rather have the PS4 version. Just because I have that Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Edition on PS4 already. So yeah, I think this one's going to go on the trash stack as well. Borderlands 1 is also like by far my favorite Borderlands game. That one's my favorite. I really like it a lot. We have a copy of Doom 2016 here with some stickers. These look like stickers maybe. Most of them were peeled off, I guess. This is another one that I have on the PlayStation 4, and I think I'm happy having it there. That was where I first played that game, was on the PS4. I freaking love Doom 2016. It's great, but I don't feel like I really need this Xbox One version, so this one will go in the trash stack. Okay, and oh, speak of the devil. So we have a Saints Row double pack here for the Xbox 360, which is actually pretty cool. I like these double packs. I think they're neat. And looks like we only have one disc in here. So it looks like this one is supposed to be in a 2-disc case and have a disc for each game. So I'm not sure what's going on with this copy that I have here. It's kind of a bummer because I was a little excited about this when I saw it, and now I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't have Saints Row 2. I can maybe order just like a disc only copy of Saints Row 1 and then get a double case. I don't know, that's starting to get a little annoying. But this is like a somewhat more valuable double pack. I think this would be a fun way to have both of these games. So I am going to hang on to it, and maybe the disc for Saints Row will end up being in one of these other cases. That seems like a distinct possibility. We have NBA 2K17 here, which is a fine looking copy that we're going to put on the trash stack because I don't care about it. Looks like we have more Borderlands here. We have just a copy of good old Borderlands, which is a great game and a decent looking copy. I'm pretty sure I already have a complete copy of this, but let's just check that out really quick. Yeah, so I actually have the Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, which is not in a good case. How's this case looking? This case is this one's a little nicer than this. Let's just we'll do a quick case swap on these. Why not? Oh, never mind. This one's actually a double pack. So that's probably why I didn't case swap it earlier, because I don't have any good double packs to switch it out with. But yeah, you know, moral of the story, I already have Borderlands. I have a better version of it. So yeah, this one is going to go on the trash stack. And then we have 2K16 again. So yep, trash stack for that one, because we already had a copy of it. And then we have The Walking Dead, which is kind of cool. I don't know. Like I said, I thought this was okay, but I might actually hang on to the season 1 because I do like season 1. And I guess if I'm hanging on to this one, I'll just keep this one too. I'll keep both of them. Sure, why not? Yeah, I don't know. This was like really cool when it came out. I feel like over time, maybe it just doesn't hold up as well, but I would maybe replay it at some point. It'd be nice to have a physical copy of it in the library. So yeah, we'll hang on to these. Why not? All right, and it looks like that's it for the second bin. So we're probably gonna have like maybe 2 bins, a bin and a half to get through the rest of this stuff. So here's how we're looking on our stack so far, and as you can see, that keep stack, like I said, looking a lot shorter than that trash stack. You know, there's a lot more going on here with this trash stack. But yeah, this should be like a pretty good amount of trade credit. And I think I'm just going to take that trade credit and buy a few things at the game store while we're there. So that should be pretty fun. Stick around for that towards the end of the video. And then yeah, this keep stack, it's okay. There's like a few interesting things that that I'll be happy to have in the collection. I think there's a couple more interesting things that we're going to get to in a bit, hopefully, that should be good additions to this keep stack. But for now, this is looking fairly disproportional, which is fine. You know, that's kind of what I was expecting going into this. Honestly, of all the stuff that I've seen so far, I was maybe the most excited about this copy of the Orange Box. Freaking love that game. I think it's really cool to see that in there. This double pack was also really cool, the GTA double pack. It was nice to do a little bit of a condition upgrade on my own copy. I think the RDR2 Steelbook is pretty cool, and then that copy of Left 4 Dead 2 is also going to be a good one to add to my collection. So, yeah, not bad. We're doing okay so far. It's just there's just a lot more in the trash stack, you know? And I think I'm actually going to take a little break. We'll go through the rest of this stuff tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll see you guys after the break. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we're back, and I was actually able to fit pretty much everything into this last bin here. So we have one bin left, and then I put these off to the side because these are just all 2K, right? And like, we already had some of these. Like, he already had 17 and 16 in there. I think 16 was already in there twice. So I think there were like 3 copies of 2K16 in this lot somehow. But yeah, these are just all 2K that we hadn't looked at yet. I'm not interested in any of these, we already know. So all of these are gonna go in the trash stack. I should probably double check really quick that all the discs are in here because I haven't done that yet. Great, cool, off to a good start. All right, that one's good. Okay, yeah, some of these did feel a little light. So yeah, not surprising. This one, yeah, definitely nothing in there. And yeah, so these 3 still had the discs. These are gonna go in the trash stack, and then these empty cases, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. They all have these stickers on there, which I could theoretically remove, but these 3 with the discs are going on the trash stack. Okay, so let's get through the rest of this stuff really quick. Saw a couple kind of interesting things in here when I was putting all this stuff in the bin. We'll do this one first. So this is just Black Ops. I already have Black Ops, I'm pretty sure. It's a nice disc. That's a nice copy of Black Ops. Yeah, I have Black Ops 1 in the collection already, but not 2. So if we find a copy of 2 in here, I think I did see a copy of 2 in here somewhere. We might take that one for the collection. That might be a good one to grab. Burnout Paradise, that's cool. I definitely have a copy of this. I'm not sure if my copy is complete or not, so we'll take a look at that. That disc looks pretty okay, not too bad. So here's my copy, and it's actually incomplete. And it also has some Goodwill sticker residue, some GameStop sticker residue. So yeah, I could remove those stickers, or I could just take this nicer complete copy that doesn't have any residue at all and is overall in very good shape. So I think I'm going to keep this one. We'll do a condition upgrade, and we'll throw this other copy that I had on the trash stack. And we have a copy of Far Cry 4, which is kind of cool. GameStop sticker on the back there, not a huge deal. I like Far Cry 4 okay. I think I had a copy of this on the PlayStation 4 around when it came out. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I think I'm going to hold on to this. I might revisit this at some point. I do like Far Cry 3 and 4. Beyond that, I haven't really played many of them. I played the first one on PC back when it came out, and that game looked real good on the PC when it came out. We have this Saints Row 4 package again. Yeah, disc looks okay. Did I just accidentally throw this back in, or were there actually 2 copies of this in the lot? Looks like yes, in fact, there actually were 2 copies in this lot for some reason. I don't know why this guy has so many like multiple copies of games. Maybe he worked at a GameStop or something and just stole all of these. But anyway, these are gonna go on the trash stack again. Don't really care that much. Not super interested. Oh, this is kind of cool, Mafia 3. I like Mafia 3, and this is a PlayStation 4 game that I think I bought this like at launch. I was very excited about it, and it was good. I was maybe hoping for a little more, but I thought it was a cool game. I think the setting was the most intriguing aspect of it to me. Yeah, 1968, Louisiana. It was basically, this city was basically just a recreation of New Orleans. And yeah, it's just like a cool open world crime game. Again, like the setting and era of it was pretty awesome. The soundtrack was great. And yeah, I don't have a physical copy of this currently, and I think I might actually hang on to this because I do like the Mafia games, and that new one just came out. The what's it called? The Old Country. And that game looks cool. I'm gonna pick that up at some point. I heard it's like a fairly linear, like 10-hour, not super open world experience. That sounds great. And again, like the setting of that game just looks very cool. And we have a copy of Dead Rising 4 here. This is another one that I don't have, and another one that we will definitely hang on to check out at some point. Because again, I haven't really played any of these later Dead Rising games, and I think they kind of just got more and more ridiculous. Was this the Christmas one? Yeah, this is the Christmas one. I remember hearing about this. I don't think people liked this one as much as 1, 2, or 3. But you know, if I have those other ones, I might as well keep this one for the collection as well. So we will put this one on the keep stack. Now we're finally getting on a roll of things that we're keeping. Oh great, I literally just bought this. I just bought this from GameStop in my last video. You'll hear me talk about this. But yeah, that's a nice copy of Mafia Definitive Edition. The copy that I have came with a poster, which this does not appear to have that in here. But in any case, I'm not going to hold on to this because I just bought it. Obviously, if I hadn't just bought it, I would have kept that one for the collection, but that's unfortunate. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So this part, I think we're getting to... This is going to be like a bunch of Call of Duty games. There are a lot of Call of Duty games in this lot. So people, you're about to see me grappling with which ones to keep and which ones to trade in based on the limited amount of information that I have about some of these. My Call of Duty knowledge really ends around, like, if I'm being totally honest, probably Modern Warfare 2. That's around where I kind of fell off of the Call of Duty series a little bit. I've heard good and bad things about, you know, Call of Duty games that came out after Modern Warfare 2, and I may be deciding to keep or part with some of these based on the limited knowledge that I have of those games. I'm not super interested in Black Ops 3. This one I think is going to go on the trash stack. We have, oh, this is actually interesting. Oh, so, okay, so Infinite Warfare, that came with the Modern Warfare Remastered. See, this one I might keep, just because I think Modern Warfare Remastered is kind of interesting, and I think the player community for that is probably still somewhat active, maybe, hopefully. So this one I think I will actually keep, and I think Infinite Warfare is supposed to be okay. I don't know, so I think I'm going to keep this one. Call of Duty World War II, this one I'm not super interested in. I don't really feel like I need to play a World War II Call of Duty. It does seem kind of cool. Is the campaign for this one good? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. You guys can let me know if I'm making a mistake. Let me know if you think World War II is good or not. Was World War II good? Just the war itself? That's a weird thing to say. Call of Duty Vanguard, this one was World War II also, right? Or is this one... shoot, all my games are falling down here. Now you can see everything. The surprise is ruined. Yeah, this one was from 2021. And dang it, now I just don't know. I just don't know which Call of Duty games I should keep and which ones I should trade in. Okay, it seems like people prefer World War II over this one, and I don't feel like I need to have 2 World War II Call of Duty games on the Xbox One, so I'm gonna trade this one in. Okay, next up we have a Steelbook. This looks like another Call of Duty game. This is Black Ops 3. I just had to look at the spine. Yeah, so maybe I'll put my my other copy of Black Ops 3 here. I think I'm just gonna throw this copy into the Steelbook and then trade this one in, because I'm sure this probably carries a little more value if you have the Steelbook. And then this case isn't even in that good of condition, so I don't know if I'm gonna use this to recase anything or not, but I'll keep this one just in case I need it, and put this one on the trash stack for trade-in. Okay, and then we have Advanced Warfare. You probably just saw that one fall over there. Yeah, I've heard good things about Advanced Warfare. I never played it. It's the one with Kevin Spacey. Yeah, that disc looks fine. I feel like I'm not checking the discs on all these. I apologize for the inconsistency. My phone is at like 10%, so I'm kind of just trying to get through this a little bit. But yeah, this one we're gonna keep because I've heard this one's supposed to be good, and I think the campaign's supposed to be pretty cool. So we'll hold on to this one. We have Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This one came out in 2020. Yeah, so again, I don't think I'm that interested in this one. It's just not that interesting to me compared to some of these other ones where I've actually heard things about them, heard that they're good. This one I think we're gonna put on the trash stack. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I did have this one on the PlayStation 4 at one point, and I actually liked it. Yeah, this one I guess was more of an exception where I did come back to the series a little bit because I thought it looked like a good one, and I did have fun playing it online. I didn't play a ton of it, but played a decent amount of it. And yeah, I guess I'll hang on to this one too because I don't have a physical copy anymore, and I do like this game. All of these are available on Game Pass now, which is kind of the weird thing about keeping these physically. But you know, it's fine. It's good to have things physically, even if it seems like they'll probably be on Game Pass forever. Nothing wrong with owning a physical copy of it as well. Call of Duty Ghosts, I don't really like this one. I think I played some of it when it came out at like a friend's house, and I don't know. It's just not really nostalgic for it. Don't really care about it that much, but this is cool. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trilogy, branded for Xbox One and Xbox 360. Oh, and it just has all the discs in there, which is cool. Yeah, I actually think this is kind of sick. The case is broken here, which is not the end of the world. It's kind of annoying, but it's, you know, I think I can live with that. I have all these individually, and I'm not sure if it's worth holding on to them individually and this. I think this might actually have some value. Yeah, so it looks like we're in the like $25 range for this thing. So that's kind of neat that it has a little bit of value. I do think this is kind of cool. I might actually hang on to it because I do like these first two games a lot. I think this is like kind of an interesting collection piece that they put this out as a trilogy. I feel like these trilogies kind of do tend to gain value over time, which is interesting. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hang on to this one, even though I do have them individually. I still think it's kind of cool. And then there's also this. So we have a Modern Warfare 3 Steelbook. I definitely don't have a Steelbook for Modern Warfare 3, but I do think that's interesting, and I think, again, from a collection perspective, that is kind of cool. So yeah, I think we're going to hang on to both of these. These are going to go on the keep stack. We have another Steelbook here for Infinite Warfare. Okay, so I guess we're going to be probably hanging on to this. I don't know what the situation is with like this Modern Warfare thing. I don't know if that's just an extra thing that you need to download, or if that's on the disc. I'm guessing it's an extra download. I don't know, this is all very confusing. Was it only the Legacy Edition that included Modern Warfare Remastered? I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look this stuff up and decide which versions of this game I want to keep. Like, I'd rather keep the Steelbook for collection purposes, but I'd also rather have Modern Warfare. I don't know. Then we have a nice blank case here with Call of Duty World at War in it. That's gonna go on the trash stack. Another blank case with Call of Duty Ghosts. We have two discs in here. Again, I apologize that I'm not looking at the condition of all these. I think the game store can sort them out. They'll be fine. We have a Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 double pack, which is again, oh, Call of Duty Classic. I wonder if I could still download that, if the code is still valid. I'm guessing probably not, but I would like to try. Because yeah, the first Call of Duty game that I ever played was Call of Duty on the PC, and that was pretty awesome. This is missing Black Ops, so cool. I don't know. Okay, well, I think I am gonna hang on to this just because I think the double pack is interesting, and I could just put my other copy of Black Ops 1 in here, and then I'd have both of them. We had a copy of Black Ops, didn't we? I was like just looking for it, and now I can't find that copy of Black Ops 1 that I'm pretty sure we just had. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I want to keep this because I think it's interesting, and because I want to try to redeem this code, and it probably won't work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So yeah, this one's going on the keep stack. And then lastly, we just have frickin' Black Ops 3, which I don't care about this. That disc is really messed up. So yeah, this one's going on the trash stack as well. Okay, so here's what we're working with now. Here's the keep stack, and I did just find that copy of Black Ops that I was talking about. And I just put that disc in here, so I'm gonna hold on to this copy with both discs in it. And yeah, so this is what we're keeping. I put some condition upgrade stuff in here as well. And at the end of the video, we'll tally up the price charting on all this stuff. We'll also see what I get for my trade-in, and run some numbers on that as well, just to see like how much I spent on you know, what I end up keeping. And then here's the trash stack. That's a lot of stuff. I feel like we're gonna do okay on this in terms of trade value. Yeah, this is like 46 games, and you know, some of these are like, you know, 2K. Like none of those 2K games are gonna get anything. But then there's also some good stuff in here. Like we have the orange box, and we have the Grand Theft Auto double pack, and like some of this Call of Duty stuff is probably okay. So yeah, I think we should make out pretty well on this. I'm guessing, I'm gonna say like $100. Like that's gonna be my conservative estimate. It'll probably be more than that though. we'll probably be doing pretty well, and then we'll be keeping all this stuff. There were also some DVDs in here, which I forgot to mention. I'm not really going to do anything with these. I think these are just going to go to Goodwill. There was one in here. There's like some anime stuff. I think there was one thing in here that I thought was kind of interesting. This Import Street Racing Grip Video Volume 7. This seems hilarious. I kind of want to hold on to this just just to see what it even is. The DVD is still in there, and it looks insane. So yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to this. We'll put that on the keep stack. And then this other stuff, I'll probably just give it to Goodwill. Oh, dude, there's another game. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. I legitimately actually just didn't see this when I was putting all the stuff in the bin. But this is really cool. I don't have Outlast Trinity. I like these games. I don't have any of them physically. And I think this is just a collection that has the first 3 games on it. So this is really cool. I think this is like also somewhat decent value, like maybe 20 bucks or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is awesome. We're gonna for sure put this on the keep stack. That's great. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is to take all this stuff to the game store and see how we do on our trade-in. So yeah, let's do it. I'll see you guys there. All right, y'all, we just pulled up to Game Together MKE here in Milwaukee. This is still my favorite game store in Milwaukee, so I'm pretty excited to be back here because I haven't been here in a while, unfortunately. They usually have a really good selection of things that I could pick up with my trade credit. Yeah, so I have pretty high hopes for this. Hopefully we do okay. And I actually made a couple revisions to the trash stack and the keep stack, so I'm gonna show you guys that stuff really quick just for full transparency. I've decided to trade in this Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogy, mostly because I already have these games and I'd rather have them in their original Xbox 360 cases. Those are just a little more nostalgic. They look a little better on the shelf to me. I don't really like the generic Xbox spine on this one, and I feel like if I put it next to my other Xbox 360 games, it just look weird. Yeah, so I changed my mind on this one. I am going to keep the Black Ops double pack, mostly because I don't have Black Ops 2, so it makes sense to keep that one, and then I'm also going to trade in just my regular copy of Black Ops. That double pack was an actual Xbox 360 release, so it does have the the regular Xbox 360 branding on the side. It'll look better on the shelf, and I don't really mind having that double pack instead of both Black Ops games individually. I'm not really as nostalgic for Black Ops as I am for the Modern Warfare games, so that makes a little more sense to me. And then also, I kept that copy of Modern Warfare 2019 for the Xbox One, and then I found my PS4 copy that I had in storage. I'm going to trade this in. I think it's fair to count it as part of the trade-in if I'm replacing it with the same game on a different console. So that's good. And then, yeah, I changed my mind about Borderlands 3 as well. I don't need this on the Xbox One. I think I mentioned at some point that I have some Borderlands stuff on the PS4. So if I was gonna have a copy of Borderlands 3, I'd rather just have it on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, so we added all of these to the trash stack. Should get some extra trade credit from those, hopefully. And then, yeah, I also ran some numbers before I left. So I tallied up the price charting value of everything that I had on my keep stack right now. And it was a lot more than I thought it would be. It's like $275 for that stuff that I'm keeping. And that wasn't a huge stack, but there was some like $20 to $30 stuff in there that really added to that value. So yeah, I already spent $80 on $275 worth of stuff that I'm keeping, plus whatever we get for this trade-in. So we've already done okay. Again, I'm gonna do a conservative estimate on this trade-in, and I'm gonna say $100. So yeah, I'm actually really stoked to get in there. I'm interested to see what we'll get for our trade, and then what we can buy with that trade credit, especially. That's what I'm mostly excited about. So we're gonna do that, and then I will tally up the price charting of everything that I got with my trade-in. We'll add that to the 275 from the stuff that I already kept, and we'll see how much stuff we got for $80. And I think that'll be interesting. I already know this is going to end up being a pretty good deal for that stuff that I got for 80 bucks. So, but yeah, should be pretty interesting. Let's head on into Game Together MKE. Okay, so we're here with Steve at Game Together MKE. What's up, Steve?
What's going on?
Not much. Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about Xbox One games and how they sell in your store, because we're trading in a lot of Xbox One stuff today.
Out of all the Xbox consoles, Xbox One is the slowest seller by far.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's like last generation, so people are kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
The way I look at it with like consoles and collectibles is they'll be like up here when they come out, and then they literally fall all the way to the bottom, and then they start coming back up as they get retro.
Do you think honestly, like, will there be a market for Xbox One stuff at some point, or do you feel like it's just different and there's not as much fondness for it as some of these older consoles? It's hard to say, right?
I didn't think there would ever be a market for GameCube games,
Okay,
but I'm an
yeah.
old man. 360, I never thought people would collect. 360 does pretty good. Original is not quite as good.
Okay, that's interesting.
One of the reasons why is I think there's like a huge modding scene for
Okay,
the original Xbox,
okay.
so there's a lot of people that just kind of like have consoles that have all the games on it. But I don't know, people are super nostalgic about the 360.
Like, what are some of the highlights in here? Because I felt like I wasn't giving you that much good stuff.
The orange box is amazing.
Okay, yeah, I know that one's good.
That
for
sounds
sure.
great. The Black Ops series does really well for us.
Okay.
Even that game is terrible, but it sells well. Halos, we always have 1 million copies, but we
Yeah.
always sell 1 million.
Okay, that's cool.
The Halos are great. These are cool.
Yeah, that I was like debating whether I wanted to keep that or not.
I have had people come into the store and they're like, I am going for the complete set of Xbox One/360 games like this. So that's a little more niche. I bet that's worth like a decent. But yeah, overall, there's decent stuff here.
Cool. And yeah, I like message you ahead of time because I was like,
Yeah.
sometimes when I bring stuff in, I'm just like, are you actually gonna want any of this?
Yeah, you sent me a picture. There's decent stuff here.
Yeah.
Some of it, I can show you the back room and I can show you how much of this stuff we actually have.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah,
let's
I'll show you that.
yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
go look at that. It's probably a mess
That's okay.
because it was the weekend. So I have bins and bins
Okay.
and
Yep.
bins
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
bins.
But this stuff is like all priced and everything. So
This
it's
is all like
ready
priced, ready
out.
to go. Yeah.
How much is like a copy of Halo 3? Here? I'm just
3,
curious.
like
$8.
$7.99.
Okay.
Yeah, we sell it all the time.
Yeah.
But we literally just have 1 million copies of it. All this.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all.
It's a
Xbox.
lot of Xbox stuff back
I
here,
have
for
probably
sure.
twice as much as this in my storage unit.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause-
Oh, so you have a storage unit
I do.
as well.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It does, yeah.
Pretty sick back room. A lot of cool stuff
Dude,
back
this
here.
is so sad. These were
Not working.
Yeah, they came in. They got flooded.
Okay.
They're in someone's basement. She's like, I don't know, and I pick it up, and it's like water dripping
Oh
out of
man,
it.
that sucks.
So I don't know what to do with it.
Okay, so I have one more question for you. So
Yeah.
if you're going to estimate how much trade value I'm going to get based on just like the rough glance you took at all that stuff, what would your best guess be?
$40 maybe.
$40? Okay.
Yeah, I could
okay.
be completely wrong.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I'm going to take a look around the store and see,
Yeah, look
see
around,
what I can
dude.
find. But yeah. All right, Steve, you just finished up with the tallying this all
So
up. How'd we do?
I was way lowballing you in the back room.
Yeah,
So when you asked me, I was thinking about these games.
Right,
Mostly
yeah.
in my head.
right.
But then I scanned everything. You know, you have good stuff here. So
Cool.
these are like the highlights. Orange box.
Yeah, for sure.
This is really cool.
Yeah, so those are the ones I kind of thought would get a little
Minecraft sells extremely
yeah.
well for us. Black Ops. They do great.
more. Okay,
Mid-range.
cool.
These are things I tell people. If you want to take these back with you,
Yeah.
it won't affect the offer.
Yeah, I'll just take them back. I'll give them
Yeah.
goodwill.
Offer store credit is $125.
Awesome, that's
Yep.
great.
Some of the things that do affect the offer, I always like to tell people is like this one's okay, but there's a lot of like we do case swaps because we're
Yeah.
super picky, and a lot of them have to go through the resurfacer.
For sure. Yeah, there's
So-
some pretty messy
Yeah,
ones
and it's
in there,
fine,
so-
but we deduct
yeah.
for that, so because we're super picky about what we sell. So.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna grab a couple things, but yeah, thanks so much for
Yeah,
having
dude.
me in and
Absolutely.
going through all
Yeah,
this stuff.
what's
Appreciate it.
here?
All right, y'all, we just finished up at Game Together MKE, and just as I suspected, that was a great experience. So yeah, thanks thanks to Steve for letting me hang out in the store. Yeah, he gave me $125 for all that stuff. So I think at one point he said that he thought it would be like 40. It was a lot more than that, which is so that's more in line with what I thought it would be. And because I got so much back in trade credit, I was able to get a couple things in the store. We'll start off with the least exciting one here. I got a copy of Halo 5. Woo! All right. You know, Halo 5, good to have a copy of this game on the X-Bone. We're talking about X-Bone stuff a lot in this video. And then this one's pretty cool. I grabbed a copy of Metal Gear Acid. for the PlayStation Portable. This is a really nice copy. It's complete with the manual, which I can already tell this is going to be a cool manual. Let's take a look. That's black and white. That's fine. You know, it's still cool to have the manual for sure. I feel like this is a game where you might actually want to read the manual and figure out what's going on, because it is a fairly complex game, and there aren't really many games like this. Turn-based strategy, deck building, stealth games is a very particular niche of which there are not many games in that style. So this is awesome. I really like these. I'm glad to have this one complete for 30 bucks. And I think that's like a pretty good price for this one too. So that's pretty sick. And then we have two more here. These are both like pretty solid, heavy hitting games that I don't have yet. We'll just reveal both of them at the same time here because they're related. But I got RE1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1, which is awesome. I've never actually played the original versions of these games. I have played the remakes. I love this series, so I feel like I should probably play these, right? And I feel like they might be a little rough around the edges going back to them now, but I'm sure they still hold up okay, and I just really like to see where these games came from, right? And like what the original versions of these games were like before they were remade. RE2 Remake, that's just like straight up one of my favorite survival horror games, so I should really play the original and just see what that's all about. So Director's Cut was $45 and RE2 was $55, which I think those are pretty solid prices for these. And they're both greatest hits, which is fine. That doesn't really bother me. So yeah, that's everything that I bought with my $125 in trade credit. I think it was like $140-ish for all this stuff after tax. So I only spent like $15 of my own money out of pocket. And we got some hitters in there, so that's pretty sick. I love getting just being in a great game store, getting a bunch back in trade credit, and just being able to buy a few pricier things and like really balling out. That's like pretty much my favorite thing to do at a game store, is to do trades like that and then be able to get a few things without worrying about breaking the bank. You know what I mean? So let's run the numbers really quick. I spent $80 on that initial lot. I spent another $15 out of pocket here at Game Together MKE, so I spent $95 on everything that I ended up with. I said earlier the stuff that I kept from the lot originally, that's worth about $275. And we're just going to call it like an even $400 if you add the stuff that I got from Game Together MKE. So I spent $95 for $400 worth of cool video game stuff, which is pretty awesome. And like honestly, at first I wasn't like super excited about a lot of that Xbox One stuff that I was getting and keeping out of that lot. But looking at it now, I put all of it in that little media shelf that came with the lot. And I don't know, it was cool. It was like a nice little Xbox One collection. I put some of my other Xbox One games in there too. And I'm just like, yeah, now I have like a solid little Xbox One collection, and I didn't really spend that much money on it, which is pretty cool. Will Xbox One games be collectible someday? Yeah, I think it's really hard to say. Like, Steve was talking about how he never thought that GameCube games would be collectible, and look at them now. The Xbox One versions of games definitely sold a lot less than the PS4 versions, so that could signal that maybe they'll be a little more collectible someday, but I also just think people don't really like care about those games that much. I don't know. You can get them on PS4, you can get them on PC. There are like other platforms you can get most of those games. So I'm just not sure if they'll end up being collectible. I really don't know. But for me, I still like having a lot of them. In general, I just like having physical games, and I like being able to put all those games in my Series X and just playing them that way. So yeah, I thought this whole exercise was really fun. I'm glad I have all those Xbox One games. I'm glad I have this stuff that I got from Game Together MKE, and I'm just glad that I got to hang out with Steve and the rest of his staff at Game Together MKE for a little bit. It's a great store, still my favorite game store in Milwaukee for sure. If you're in the area, definitely check it out. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna go home and play some video games, because that's what I want to do with the rest of my Sunday. Actually, I'm gonna go for a bike ride first, and then we're gonna play some video games. Don't forget to play your video games, it's good for you. And I'm Collector John. We'll see you guys in the next one.